What's going on, guys? Fun with Knives here. Got another knife review and consequently another giveaway. But this time I'm giving this knife away on my Instagram page at funwithknives_. You'll see the same logo. It's the white and black FWK. You guys know I got my Fatback and Streamlight giveaway on YouTube going on right now. So this knife is brand new. I've owned it in the past. I actually gave that one away too. Not that I don't like these knives. I think this knife is absolutely awesome. But I thought this would be a good one to give away on Instagram. That one's coming up soon. It's not going on yet, so stay tuned for that. Make sure to go follow my Instagram page. I post a lot. So I'm going to review this knife. I did use my old one a whole lot. And you guys know I like the Kershaw Emerson CQC stuff. So let's get into this. So this is the CQC 6K. It's one of the most reviewed knives on YouTube, I swear. Everyone's got a review of this thing. So I'm going to hopefully go over what I like about this knife quickly and just a couple of improvements I would have made. So the specs here for you, we have a 3 1/4 inch blade, a 4.5 inch length closed, and then a 7 3/4 inch length overall. So right in the size range I really like, and then your blade thickness is at 0.11, so a fairly thin blade. Handle thickness at only 0.44. I mean, that's a pretty thin knife. And then your weight's going to be around 5 ounces. So a beefy knife, yeah, it's not a featherweight, but it's not a tank. I mean, I think this knife is certainly tough, but it's not going to weigh your pockets down too much. So the CQC series as a whole, this is the best one, I think. I have yet to get my hands on the 9K, but the CQC 4K is a close second for me, but this thing is just the best size, the best blade shape, and I think the best value. These things are coming in at 30 or 35 bucks. So moving towards this blade here, we have a clip point blade. We got a two-tone going on where you got stone wash grind lines and then a satin flat where Emerson Knife Design and the logo is written in there. I mean, this is one of the most gorgeous knife blades I own, and I won't own it for long and be giving this away soon again. But that blade, just the clip point style, the two-tone, is not something you usually find on this price point. And then you have your model number, Kershaw written on that side. So overall, guys, I absolutely love this blade shape. It's got enough straight edge to do some of that work you need it to, got enough belly, and then this thing is just made to penetrate. Obviously, this is a close quarters combat knife. So blade shape couldn't be improved on whatsoever. Your deployment is going to be by either the thumb stud, ambidextrous, not bad texture on it, easy to access, maybe. There you go. You can flick this thing. It's not very worked in. This is brand new, so it's a little bit rough right now as far as its action, but it'll smooth out for sure. I don't want to disassemble it and start greasing stuff up when it's going to be someone else's soon. And then, of course, you have your wave opener here that's going to snag on your pocket and open the knife up, which is really the selling point of this knife, and it also creates your thumb ramp. So as far as ergonomics, this 6K and the 7K consequently are the best in the series to me as well. Your finger choil is just absolutely huge. You got plenty of handle to hold on to in your thumb ramp. This thing is just so solid if you actually needed to use this in some sort of self-defense scenario, which these are marketed for. So your lock side, you do have a stainless steel frame lock. This is all bead blasted. The clip is bead blasted with the skull logo. Black hardware. I think it looks cool. You know, bead blast isn't my favorite thing in the world. I don't think it's anybody's anymore, but the bead blast looks all right with this. You got a black G10 front scale here, some decent traction. Better than a whole lot of G10 I've seen, but we're not quite, you know, the cold steel stuff that's just going to rip up your pocket. So a good mix of traction there. As I said, a fairly thin knife. And then you do have I think a G10 backspacer, a glass-filled nylon backspacer. So I would say this is partially open construction. And then your clip is reversible to the other side. And then you do have a small lanyard hole. So overall, guys, if you're looking into the CQC series, you cannot go wrong with this 6K. I think it's just so cool looking, and it really has been a workhorse for me in the past. And I'm hoping by doing my giveaway that someone else will just absolutely love this knife. Now, things I don't really love about it, all of them are riding on Teflon washers there, and that just means your action is going to do a whole lot of that. Unless you need to keep it, you need to keep these knives oiled and maintained, and then they're buttery smooth. Maybe if I can grab my CQC 4K, This one's been really worked in, used a ton, riding on the same washers, and it's just way smoother than that one. And blade centering is really good. So I think it's just because this one is new, but Teflon washers are definitely not as good as, say, you know, your phosphor bronze ones. Blade centering, pretty damn good. So overall, guys, this thing is just meant to do a whole lot of work, and I don't think it's strictly tactical by any sense of that word. I think this is just a great workhorse EDC. It's definitely not a gentleman's carry. I could see this thing being used outside a little bit just because it's got a solid lockup without any play. So guys, thanks for watching as always. I'm sure you've heard of this knife. I'm sure you've watched tons of reviews. And if you're still trying to make the decision, just make it. I mean, you're talking 30, 35 bucks for this one. The 7K is the same thing with a Tonto, a really well designed one at that. And if you want this knife for free, make sure to go check out my Instagram channel. I'll be having it on there soon, and it's going to be similar rules to my YouTube giveaway. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.